like to make it with you. I really think that we can make it. No, you don't know me well, and every little thing only time will tell. But you believe the things that I do, and will see it through. Life may be short or long, love may be right or wrong, and if I chose the one I'd like to help me through, I'd like to make it with you. I really think that we can make it. Dreams, they're for those who sleep. Life is for us to keep. And if I chose the one I'd like to help me through, I'd like to make it with you.
Hello everyone, welcome to another episode on Angela La Petina Presents. Today I have a special guest from Liverpool, United Kingdom. She is a musician and also an actress. Her name is Holly Lovelady Roberts. All right. So how are you? How you been?
I'm good. I've been good. Have you been okay?
Thank you for being in my show, Angela Petina Presents. It's an honor to have you. I love your music. When first time I listened your songs, your voice is so well tuned. The body of your voice is so beautiful, and it's no word to explain. My admiration to you.
Thank you very much.
Yes, I love so much. And can you tell us how you came up with the name Holy Lady? Why that name?
Well, that is my natural name. Lots of people ask me if it's a stage name, but that's my real name.
I thought it was a stage name, and I was so very original. Yes,
everybody asks me that.
Yes, and it will be easy to remember because it's not a very common name. That's nice.
It is. I do love the name.
Awesome. And you, what inspired you to becoming a musician, songwriter, and singer?
I think it was just something that just naturally happened. I was always very sporty when I was younger, into sport, and I would play professional tennis. And then my mum took me to like a weekend drama school. So every weekend I would go to like this drama class, and I just fell in love with it, and I loved performing. And then I ended up with like a really, really old £50 piano, and just started to teach myself, and it just sort of developed from there. My granddad would sing all around the house, and he was a singer, so maybe subconsciously that was always where I was going to go. But yeah, it just naturally happened. I was like, yeah, I like this.
Awesome. So you see any connection between do professional sport and music? Do you have any connection that helped for you to make music?
There's definitely a common thread between the two. I think both sport and music is very good for your body and for your mind. I think it's like a release. For me personally, it's like a spiritual release. It feels really, it just releases something inside. I don't know what, I can't explain it, but it's, yeah, I'm not too sure. People ask me that, what is like the link between, and I'm not sure. I just know that it feels great and I really enjoy doing it. So I don't know.
And also I was reading your biography that you learned to play piano by yourself.
Yeah, I taught myself how to play by ear. I can't read.
Awesome. So you don't know how to read the sheet notes?
No, I haven't got a clue. But if you would play me the song and I'd sit with it for a few minutes, then I'd be able to find my way around it.
I know many people with that skill. They like it. To me, I took 5 years of vocal classical music,
Wow.
and believe me, it took me 5 years to understand reading, not to read it, just to understand the music.
Oh,
Both.
it's
It's
like
so hard.
it's like a language. It really is like a language. It's so difficult.
What the beautiful thing about the to learn about the music language is universal. It's for everybody.
It is.
It's yes. Doesn't matter you are from China, Latin America, or Europe. It's the same symbols for everybody. That's the beauty of the music.
It is. It's incredible the power of music. The way it can bring people together. It's magic.
And what about you took vocal classes, or also you coach yourself? You learn by yourself.
Yeah, so I do a lot of my own vocal lessons myself, little warm-ups and little tricks. When I was at stage school at weekends, there was a vocal teacher there and they'd teach you songs. But the majority of the work I just do myself, just practice every day. Yeah,
Because as you are very, very well tuned.
thank you.
And when I first started listening to your music, the first thing came onto my mind, where school she studied vocal lessons, because to sing that folk type mezzo soprano style, how can I say, belting voice, like what
Yeah.
you're doing, is very, very hard. It's not easy, really. It's not easy.
Oh, yeah, it is. There's parts of my voice that when you're trying to sing in a certain way, I go, oh, that feels very different, and I know that's where I will need to train and keep practicing. But it's just like when you would train like your bicep, any muscle, you just keep training each day as you go, and it just
Exactly.
strengthens. But
But
water is the best. Water is the best.
what I like most about your voice is super bright, clear, like a crystal voice, but also you don't put exaggerations. Like most people, including myself at the beginning, I was focusing too much about high notes. I reached the high notes. But in your case, what I like is it is what it is, but well tuned. But it is what it is. And it's very pleasant to listen your voice. Don't
Oh,
stop. So beautiful.
thank you. You're so kind. Thank you very much.
And how you came out to decide to play folk ballads, that type of genre?
That was just something that how when I was learning to play the piano and writing my own songs, that's just how I started to sound. When I was little, my granddad would play lots of jazz music.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I very much love jazz. But I don't know where the folk element come from. Maybe I like to tell stories, and my earlier music was very storytelling. So maybe the folk element sort of found its way in there, but it's just very natural. I never like decide I'm going to sing like this and I want to
Yes.
sound like that. It just happens really.
Awesome. And how you considered to see a different genre besides the folk, ballad, and pop? Anything else besides that?
Yeah, I'd like to sing more jazz. I'd like to be able to merge the three. Jazz music is definitely to me. I think it's the best. I think it's incredible.
Awesome. Yes. And what
But
and what artists inspire you? Like what singers you
I
like?
love I love Doris Day. I'm going way back now, but I love Doris Day. I love Sammy Davis Jr., Frank Sinatra, all of those sort of
The
singers. They're my
oldies.
favorite. Yeah, the oldies, the best.
Yes, absolutely. Like in me, I have LPs. I have a collection also from the oldies. I like, for example, Elvis Presley. I like Tom Jones. I have
Yeah.
Frank Sinatra, and yes, I have big, big, big collections. And because even when you listen the vinyls or LPs, it's a different taste, different. How can
Yeah.
I say, feeling to play
Yeah.
the, yes, to listen those kind of
Yeah, it has a
with that
warmth
player.
to it. It has a warmth.
Exactly. And you've seen before, because I was born in the 80s, and when we are used to have the BLP with a big poster, you feel like you own the artist. Oh, I have a big picture of of
Yeah.
Michael Jackson, for example, was my favorite. And I have a big picture of Madonna, or I have a big picture of Frank Sinatra. It was like, and then
Yeah.
when the time passed, they minimize with the CD, now with the MP3, and then I think it's not the same
Not the
feeling.
same. No, it's not the same. It isn't. Hopefully that will come back around. I mean, lots of people still buy the vinyls, but music's so accessible now, isn't it, on your phone or on the computer? So yeah, it's special getting it on vinyl.
Awesome, awesome. And about your songs, Spaceman Came Traveling. This was your first recording song?
That was the first one I posted on YouTube. Yeah, that was my first official like release. Yeah, gosh, that's some time ago now. I still sing that at Christmas. I still sing it.
For Christmas. Okay, so
Yeah.
don't get surprised. I will be playing during the Christmas time. Yes, in my
Lots of
shows.
good.
Awesome, awesome. And then your recent project song or single was Oriene. I can pronounce
Oh
Oriene.
yes, Oriane.
Yes,
Oriane.
Oriane. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yes.
No, don't worry. It's a difficult name to pronounce.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Oriane. That was the most recent. I've had like a bit of a big chunk of time away from music because I've been doing other creative things, but I'm jumping back into that again at the beginning of next month. So you'll be able to hear more.
Awesome, awesome. And also you're saying that on your biography that your grandpa, he was your grandfather, he was your one of the main inspirations, no, for being the music career.
Yeah,
Can you
yeah.
tell us more about him, to know more about him?
Yeah, for sure. So my granddad, Frank Lovelady, he was an incredible singer. He was like Frank Sinatra. He was like from that era,
Oh.
and he genuinely was like, incredible. And then he got meningitis, so he couldn't remember
Mm.
the lyrics. So he'd sing like halfway through the song and then he'd forget the lyrics. So yeah, so it didn't fully work out for him, but he would continue to sing anyway. And so as I was growing up listening to him, I would just listen and copy. And I was just amazed really at how much, how incredible that my granddad was as a singer and his taste in film as well. Just
Mm-hmm.
a really amazing man. So yeah, I miss
There's
him
a
very much.
movie. This remind me a movie that's expecting to come anytime soon from film director Sean Cronin and Paul Hansen, and
Yeah,
about Paul's his story about the meningitis and all the challenge that he passed through,
yeah,
and he reached his dreams to be a screenwriter and a film director. So a filmmaker. I'm sorry. So it connects you like your granddad story.
yeah. I'm looking forward to watching that film.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'll probably be crying the majority of the way through.
Yeah, it's very inspirational. So, yeah, this is gonna be it's an inspirational story, and yeah, it's connecting with your dad, and I can imagine the feeling you're gonna feel when you
Yeah.
see the film that feature film. So something else I cannot wait. I want to see that. That's beautiful. And also, I found that you're an actress, so you've been in musical theater. Like musical
Yeah.
theater since the age of 12. Can you tell us your experience when you were participating in that discipline?
Yeah. So that again started at that stage school, the drama school at weekends, and I just loved it. I loved being able to sing and act at the same time. I thought, wow, what is this? So I've been doing that for such a long time. Been in lots of cool musicals like The Addams Family, Chicago, lots of cool musicals. And then took a break and started doing music, and now I've been going back into it. Into movies, and I really love it. So
Awesome.
yeah, it's just a different way of telling stories, isn't it? Being able to sing and act on the stage, it's mega. It's
Exactly.
nerve-wracking, but it's fab.
And also you were in the 20 in the 1920s gothic horror film. So you can you tell us how was your role and your experience of that feature film?
Yeah. Yeah, so that was my first ever experience in film. So we filmed that started of October last year, and we finished
Mm-hmm.
it in March this year. So it's a 1920s gothic horror, and it's about these four medical graduates that
Mm.
graduate from medical school in Manchester, and they get the opportunity, they get invited up to this island mansion in the middle of the Lake District. And I play
Mhm.
Kellyanne, who is a flapper girl from the 1920s and a medical graduate. And when they get to this island to work with this famous doctor, it all seems to go wrong. He's not as good as they all thought. It's very, very old. It kind of reminds me of American Werewolf in London. That it's sort of on that element, but based, of course, in the 1920s. So 1920s costume. It was really cool.
Yes.
It was really cool.
Awesome. 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 And also so last year you were in the musical um project, like a
Girl.
theater project that the girls was at a theater, or yeah,
Yeah,
theater play. Okay, for the Beatles, and you did the role of John Lennon's wife. How was
no,
it?
so
No.
I done John Lennon's wife's friend. I
Ah,
done
wife
two.
friend. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. When I read it,
So
it's like,
I Yeah,
oh.
I played two different characters in that. I played Astrid Kircher, the German photographer who sort of changed the style clothing wise
Ah,
equals in Germany, and then played Phyllis, which was Cynthia Lennon's friend, who
I
didn't
see.
really like John Lennon. So it was very fun to play two completely different
Mm,
characters in the same show. So yeah, that was
awesome.
on last year, and it's on again in August. But I'm not in it this year. I've having to move on to another project, so I've had to pull out. So
Awesome, awesome. So you say you are involved, you work in in more projects. Can you tell us what projects you're currently involved?
yes, I'm involved in another film. I'm not allowed to say what it's about, but it's a good one. It'll be out next year.
Okay,
But
looking forward for the interview
oh,
when you
yeah, I
can be
can't
able
wait
to
to
talk
tell
about
you.
it.
I'm dying to tell you, but I can't. But yes,
It's okay.
very very honoured to be a part of it. So yeah.
No, it's just a contract confidentiality, and we respect that. So, but I'm so excited that you're moving forward with your dreams, because, like I was reading about you, your biography, that's your main goal. So your music, and also music is have a strong connection with the film industry, because without a good soundtrack, does not
Exactly.
support the film.
No,
Sometimes soundtracks sell more than feature films,
yeah, they do.
DVDs.
Yeah, it's true. You can't make a film without music. So they're both hand in hand. But yeah, I think film and being an actress has always been at my core. But I will
Mhm.
never not make music. I will still throughout still make music. As long as I'm creative,
Awesome.
it's fine.
Awesome. And have you made any recently tours with your with your music, being in UK and other countries?
Yes, yes. So in September,
Mm-hmm.
starting on the 2nd of September, I'm doing a UK and Ireland tour. Starting in Dublin, yeah, in a music venue called Smock Alley, which is really cool, really unusual music venue. So yeah, that's when that starts. It'll be my first like official tour, and it's just me and
Awesome.
a piano and my mum, so it's gonna feel so different. But I'm looking forward to it. A bit nervous, but it'll be fine.
I would appreciate if you can send a video recording or something, and we can upload here and our show, and then people can learn more about your
Oh,
music and
bless
connect with
you.
your music. It will be awesome.
Oh, that'll be lovely. That'll be really lovely. I'll do that. I'll hold you to that one.
Awesome. So I'm so excited, meeting you. You're a very inspirational person. And do you have any recommendations for those people who wants to reach their dreams with music and with the acting careers? What advice you can give to those people who wants to do that in their life?
Well, my advice is to not be afraid and not fear rejection. It is a difficult industry to get into, but I
Mm-hmm.
always say, if fate shuts a door, come in through the window. If the window's closed, come down the chimney. And if the chimney you can't get down, just break through the wall. Just keep going, and you'll always hit obstacles. But if you keep going, eventually you'll find your way through. And be kind. Just be kind and never
Exactly.
give up. That's all really. And I think if you keep going and you put good energy into the universe, it will come back to you, and get what
Absolutely.
you need. So
But
yeah,
it's true, like you said, that to deal with rejection is very difficult,
it
especially
is.
because it hits our esteem. But it's
Yes.
something like we need to. I'm speaking in general, like in general audience. I'm speaking with the name of the fans and followers. That it's like you said, if it doesn't matter what career you're doing in your life, but it's something like it's not easy, but happens to everybody. The thing is, Many people have in their minds, oh, it's because they're actresses and actors, they are singers. Oh, they have the artistry completely very strong. And sometimes it's not like that. You guys work so hard every single day. Yes.
Yeah, it is. It gets your soul. Rejection really just gets at your soul, and it's, you've just got to really just keep going. And the more hits you take, the stronger you are anyway. You know what I mean? So you
Awesome.
get through it.
And how people can find you?
So
How
on
can
social
find?
media, Instagram or Facebook, or if you have a little Google or anything like that, really. I love hearing from like new people who like my music. I love interacting. I love chatting away. So yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. But I hope to see you soon again when you can.
Yeah.
I will have to do a follow up on your upcoming projects, your career, especially in the feature film that you're currently involved now. And so I wish you all the best light and love to you, all success. And I'm so
Oh,
honored to have you. Thank you so much. You want to share
I'm,
anything else, something else besides you want to share
oh,
to the audience?
I'm honored. I'm honored that you want to chat with me. You're so lovely. So thank you very much for your time. I do appreciate it.
Awesome, awesome. And this show is gonna be also in Red Illuminati very soon. Thank
Oh,
you so much. Nice to
thank
meeting
you,
you, Holly,
and you
lovely
too.
lady. I love your name. It's so original. Stick with it. So it's so easy to remember and to connect with you and connect with your personality. So
Thank
lovely,
you.
bright, inspirational. Thank you so much, my friend.
Thank you. I'm sending you good vibes.
Bye, big hugs from Texas. Thank
Oh, big
you.
hugs from England.
I see you soon. Take
Bye
care.
bye.
Bye bye.
A spaceman came travelling on a ship from afar. 'Twas light years of time since his mission did start, and over a village he halted his craft, and it hung in the sky like a star, just like a star. He followed the light and came down to a shed where a mother and child were lying there on a bed. A bright light of silver shone round his head, and he had the face of an angel, and they were afraid. The stranger spoke. He said, "Do not fear. I come from a planet a long way from here, and I bring a message for mankind to hear." And suddenly the sweetest music filled the air. To all men, and love for a child. This lovely music went trembling through the ground, and many were wakened on hearing that sound. And travelers on the road, the village they found by that light of that ship in the sky that shone all around. And just before dawn, at the paling of the sky, the stranger returned and said, "Now I must fly. When 2,000 years of your time has gone by, the song will begin once again." once again.